Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Satya Bayu Prasetyo and my friend is Muhammad Fauzi who would like to explain about the importance of having the insight of the archipelago in the various fields, but we choose the economic field and the challenges of Indonesian geostrategic. But first, I would like to explain about the importance of having the insight of the archipelago in the field of economy. And Muhammad Fauzi would like to explain about the challenges of Indonesian geostrategic. So, what is the archipelago insight? Actually, the archipelago insight can also be interpreted as the perspective and attitude of the Indonesian people regarding themselves and their geographical forms based on the Pancasila and 1945 Constitution. In practice, the archipelago insight prioritizes regional unity and respect diversity to achieve the national goals. And what is the importance of having the insight of the archipelago in the field of economy? So, in the economic fields, the application of the archipelago insight will create an economic order that truly guarantees the fulfillment and improvement of the people's prosperity and welfare fairly and equally. In addition, it can also describe the responsibilities of managing natural resources that pay attention to the needs of the people between regions reciprocally, as well as the preservation of natural resources themselves. And there are also the principle of the implementation of the archipelago insight in the economics, which consists of the economic life throughout the archipelago is organized as a joint effort with the principle of kinship in a public economic system for the greatest prosperity of the people. And the level of economic development must be balanced and harmonious in all regions without leaving the characteristic possessed by each region in the development of economic life. And well, in the archipelago, but both potential and effective is the nation capital and common property to meet the needs of all regions of Indonesia equally. And the examples of the implementation of insight into the archipelago in the economic fields are: in the economic fields include balancing central and regional finance with the issuance of law number 25 of 1999 concerning financial balance between central and regional government. The financial distribution, which was originally 18% of the regional budget, had to wait for it to come from the center, even though 19% of the regional results were handed over to the central government. Now the law was changed to forestry, general mining and fishery products 20% for the center and 80% for the regions. Proceeds from customs acquisitions of lands and building rights 20% for the center and 80% for the region. Land and building tax 10% for the central government and 90% for region. Natural gas yield 70% for the center and 30% for the region, while oil 85% for the center and 15% for the regions. In fact, the portion of the region is added to the existence of a general allocation fund allocated to regions with a certain balance, the total amount of which is 25% of the APBN's domestic revenues as a balance. With the implementation of equal distribution of funds in each region, the progress of the regional community will be more rapid and equitable in all regions, and also the state's goal for prospering the entire Indonesian people is more easily achieved. That's all from me, and next will be explained by Muhammad Fauzi.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I want to tell about influence of globalization on the existence of regional culture in Indonesia. Globalization needs to be addressed with globalization is not the reason for the destruction of the noble values of Indonesia culture contained Pancasila. On the contrary, if in the era of globalization our nation is able to harmonize the influence of culture that come from outside by still basing on the noble values of Pancasila, then it will be able to strengthen the identity of the Indonesian nation. The influence of globalization and how to react to it to maintain the existence of regional culture is discussed in this paper. Globalization is a term that has a relationship with increasing interconnectedness and distance between nations and between people throughout the world through trade, investment, travel, popular culture, and other forms of the interaction, so that the borders of a country become increasingly narrow. In many ways, globalization has many of the same characteristics as internationalization, so these two terms are often exchanged. Globalization as a symptom of the spread of the certain values and culture throughout the world, thus becoming a world culture, has been seen for a long time. The embryo of the spirit of world culture can be traced from the journey of Western European explorers to various places in the world, to however the development of intensive cultural globalization occurred at the beginning of the 20th century with the development of communication technology. Contact through the media replaced physical contact as the main means of international communication. This change made communication between nations easier. This what caused the rapid development of cultural globalization. The factor that threatened the existence of regional culture to the entry of foreign culture, including 1. Lack of public awareness, B. Lack of cultural communication, C. Lack of cultural learning. So, inhibiting factor in efforts to preserve regional culture, namely 1. Internal factor, namely the attitude of individual nationalism to love Indonesian culture, which are still known. B. External factor are the lack of socialization and mediation, both from those responsible for handling the problem and the media as means of public relation that brings information to the public. So, for just for conclusion based in this explanation, a conclusion can be drawn that globalization is not a reason for the destruction of the noble values of the Indonesian nation culture content in Pancasila. On the contrary, if in the era of globalization our nation is able to harmonize the influence of culture that come from outside by still basing on noble value of Pancasila, then it will be able to strengthen the identity of the Indonesian nation in this modern era. Globalization is not merely swallowing Western culture outright, but on the contrary, Globalization, which means the loss of boundaries between countries, can be used as a venue for the promotion of noble culture that is owned by the Indonesian people. So maybe for that's all can I explain to you. I'm Muhammad Fauzi, and thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.